Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Moonriver. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. So now we're on the daily chart and we are still hovering above this support that we gave you in the previous update at around $11 and rather, I think it's around $10.50, not 11. And this is the same level that we retested back in April 2023, the same level we held as support back in 2022. So it's a pretty significant level. We briefly retested it back in April this year as well. And then we started retracing back to the upside, and once again we are sitting at that support level. So this is a good level to accumulate some tokens if you still haven't done so already. Personally, I do own Moonriver, full disclosure. Our average buying price, I believe, is somewhere around $7.50, somewhere there. And we've been accumulating, back during the bear market, and my patrons were advised of all of the purchases. Now, taking a look at what's happening here. So as long as we stay above this price over here, $3.60, we are good to go for the next move to the upside. So essentially, as long as we print a higher low, we are golden. That's the whole point here. So we can even break down, let's say, briefly to $7.50 and have a quick bounce from there. That's not going to be too much of a problem. Yes, some people might panic in the short term, but overall, that's not going to be too much of a big deal. And what we can also do is set up a new Fibonacci retracement. And we can start targeting this level as the potential bottom here. So let's assume that around $10.30 is going to be our bottom, and then we take that top from December 2023. We're looking at $108 as our technical target for Moonriver, and then we have $65 as our minimal target for Moonriver. Just right there, $65, but that's only after you start breaking above this local top at $44. And from that local top, actually, let's see how long we've retraced, approximately 76%, which is, it is quite a bit, but again, this is not a very high market cap altcoin. So these sort of moves are expected. This is not too much of a big deal. Now above us, we do have this block between $171 to $238 based on this trading range from December 2021. And this is where I think Moonriver could top up during the next bull market, unless we have a super bullish turn of events with the Polkadot 2.0 upgrade. In that case, if we have a lot more volume, a lot more exposure to all of these Moonriver gems and blue chips, then we could have, a massive uptrend for Moonriver that would go past the all-time high even. For that, the market cap would have to be higher than it was back in 2021 because of the token dilution. Now let's take a look at the RSI. We're very close to the oversold, so another good indicator that is telling us right now potentially is a very good time to be buying some coins. Now, if you don't have any Moonriver whatsoever, I would probably start thinking about picking up at least some to start your position. And of course, you can start staking the tokens on the Nova wallet. And we can switch over to the weekly chart right now to take a look at some of the long-term targets. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. Alright, so switching over to the weekly, we've got a fib from the bottom in October last year to the local top from August 2022, which unfortunately we have lost. And you can see that we got all the way up to the 1.414 and we almost got to the 1.618 target. At the time, that was slightly below the 100 EMA. Right now, the 100 EMA has gone below the 1.618. So that's $48. And then we have this massive block between $85 to $44. And that's based on this touch from April 2022 and March 2022. And as you can see, in terms of this fib, we are still above the golden ratio. So we're still good to go. Essentially, this whole block here is still good to be retested between $10 to $8.37. We could still wick down there. We can even go as low as $8.50. We're still going to be fine. However, when we start losing the 0.5 level, that's when we can start, putting more questions on the table, seeing if we can go back to $7, maybe even $5.50. But as of right now, Moonriver is holding strong compared to some other altcoins. So I would not stress out too much about the future because we can't control it regardless. And I would just set up buy limit orders in advance in case we do drop down to those prices so we can pick up Moonriver at those cheaper prices. Taking a look at the RSI here and the stochastic, both are sitting at good values. So the RSI sitting at the index of 42, the stochastic is sitting at 15, which is in the oversold. And the last time we were in the oversold was back in September 2023. So again, really good time to accumulate. Pretty much any altcoin across the board is good to buy. A lot of people wanted to buy Moonriver up here. A lot of people were buying, a lot of people sold, but once you're in a downtrend, that's not when people want to be buying. Obviously, if you're a trader, you don't want to be buying during a downtrend, etc. But we know that long term we are in a bull market, and we know that we are going to be seeing at least, a massive move in 2024. Hopefully, in the fourth quarter, we're going to have a nice alt season. But for that, of course, we need the Bitcoin dominance to start dropping. We need the Fed to start cutting interest rates and all that jazz. So until then, we can still be going sideways. I would probably say August, September is when we can start reversing the trend for altcoins. But until then, it could be sideways. We could have a small relief rally here and there, but it's not going to be anything massive in my opinion. And once again, this is a good opportunity for us to dollar cost average. This is another chance for all of you guys who have missed out on Moonriver to buy at these low prices. In terms of long-term targets, we have $88, we have $134, which would be the 2.272, and then we also have this little block here, just right here. So that would be sitting between $204 and $185, and that would be a really, really good area to start securing a lot of profits, because I don't want to risk it personally. I'm not going to be waiting until we go back up to the all-time high prices until something drastically changes in the Polkadot ecosystem, right? I do want to take profits this time around, and I do want to secure the profits as well. That's very important. So thank you all for watching. Let me know what are your expectations for Moonriver. Thank you all once again. Stay safe and goodbye.